Guilty on in 60 years. She's going to pay 60 years. Any damn time. I'm not going to drop no soap. No way. It's a lesson for all you parents out there, man. Your kid gets a gun. Uh, your kid gets a gun, and you don't stop that kid from getting that gun. Then it's your fault. You know, if your kid got a gun, and yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the girl. No. Yeah, a lot of soap gonna be had in that sense. Her husband is next. Her husband is next. Her husband is next, folks. Jennifer Crumbley, you're gonna go to prison for the rest of your life, man. No, Gary didn't talk to soap, watch girl. No, no, my Hicks sister. No, my Hicks sister. Gary didn't drop the soap. No. I feel sorry for those poor families, man. The poor kids that got shot up for nothing. And the behavior of you know, dad, man. She's facing 60 years. Michigan school shooters were convicted of all manslaughter charges, man. Damn. And they ran, Roster Girl. They ran. Let me see. Yep, guilty 100%.
I've always been very troubled by the actions of Jennifer Crumbley. I was troubled by the fact that she said she abdicated the responsibility for safety of the gun to her husband after she admitted that she didn't even trust her husband to handle basic household chores. She texted him throughout the day, every day.
Yep.
Encouraging him to get out the bed.
Yep.
Cut the grass.
This is going to set a precedent to any parent who gives their kid a gun, Roster Girl. If your kid has, you better hide your gun. Don't let your kid find that gun. And she didn't do it. Jennifer probably did not do what she's supposed to do. Not let her kid get that gun, get her son some help. And what has she done? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. And now look where she's going to go. Now look where she's going to go there, Roster Girl. She's going to be in there with a bunch of people that's going to have her for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a midnight snack. You know, she's going to be in there. They're going to have her for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They sure will, man. They sure will, man. Man, this is horrible. It had to come to this. Let me put the link in the chat here. Anybody want to come on up and talk about this? Yeah, I'm going to bring my sister, Roster Girl. You know, she's got to go to work. Yeah, you bought the gun, lady. You bought the gun. Your husband ran. Your husband ran. Your husband ran. You ran with him. You ran with him. Yep, you ran with him. You ran with him. You ran with him. You ran. I'm going to talk more about this. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. See you, Roster Girl. I'm sure you might be at work right now. So I'll see you later, Roster Girl.
Yeah, absolutely, because this case rises and falls on the element of foreseeability and whether or not the shooter going into that school on that fateful day and pulling the trigger was a foreseeable consequence of all of those factors that laid out. And speaking of text messages, everyone's made great points about how the totality of the circumstances clearly believes that this was a foreseeable.
Put Fructis Curl Nourish to the test with coconut oil and protein. When test on.
She was responsible. She could have avoided all of this. She could have avoided all this, her and her husband.
Misty there.
Good afternoon. We're coming on the air at this hour because a jury has reached a verdict in the unprecedented trial of a mother charged in connection with her son's deadly high school shooting in Oxford, Michigan.
Cases
You're looking at
where we
pictures
see
right
school
now. This
shootings,
is the
because
first
what
of
we
its
know,
kind case in
unfortunately,
the
is that
country.
there
Jennifer
were
Crumbley facing 4 counts of involuntary
unfortunately
manslaughter.
so, and it was so true.
Yeah, she- yeah.
Message to anyone that comes in the homes. You cannot ignore when your child is calling
They have
for
just
help.
asked the court
Those
to authorize
journals
the judge
were
to
so
allow
painstaking to read when the jurors reacted to the journals when Ethan Crumbley made it very clear that his parents had deaf ears to call please for help. Please to see a doctor. Please to get help. Please and help alone. All of those calls that he did in those journals, all of those text messages and stuff ignored. It's a big message to anyone that owns a gun. If you own a gun and you have a child that is in crisis, like Ethan Crumbley clearly was, you must safeguard it. I have to say, the defense tried their best to instill fear in those jurors by saying, this could be you. You could be Jennifer Crumbley.
On count 2 of involuntary manslaughter in regards to Tate Muir, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. On count 3, as to involuntary manslaughter regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And in count 4 of involuntary manslaughter against Justin Chile, we find
Hey, Vanity. Hey, Vanity. Welcome to Hammer Nation, man. Jennifer Crumbley is going to prison, man. Hi, Vanity. Welcome to Hammer Nation, man. She's going to jail. She's going to jail. She's going to prison, man. Yep. Man, she deserved it, man. She's deserved it, man. Yep. Hey, Vanity. Who's that? Vanity. Man, she deserved it, man. She deserved it, man. Oh, I'm fine. Is that you, Vibrant Low? No, it's not Vibrant Low.
Still not confident about which used car to buy? Nope. Why not ask the most?
Yep, she's going to prison, man. Your husband is going to prison too. Your husband's going to prison too, Mrs. Crumbley. Your husband's next. 1 down, 1 to go. 1 down, 1 to go, man. 1 down, 1 to go. I'm telling y'all, if you're a parent and you got a gun, you better make sure that kid does not get a hold of that gun at all times. Lock it. Put it somewhere where you can't find it. Okay? So, you know where that gun is at all times. And look, the kid needed help. The parents ignored the help that he wanted to do. And look where it cost. And look what it cost. 4 lives dead. 4 lives dead. 4 lives are gone. All because the parent was too in their business. You know, it's a darn shame. It's a darn shame. We got strict gun laws here in New York and New Jersey. We got very good strict gun laws here. Yeah. Our gun laws here in New Jersey, let me see. Strict gun laws in New Jersey and New York. In New Jersey has long been a pioneer in gun violence prevention with one of the most comprehensive and recently strengthened concealed carry permitting systems. Perhaps the boldest ghost gun prohibitions in the nation, and both a permit and background check required for all gun purchases. That's our strict gun laws here in New Jersey. What are the rules for owning a gun in New Jersey? Age requirements: be 18 years old for long guns and 21 for handguns. Firearm purchaser's identification card. You must possess a valid FPID, a process that entails fingerprinting, background checks, and character references. That's the gun laws we have here in New Jersey. And what is the gun law in New York? A federal appeals court on Friday upheld significant portions of New York's expansive gun law, ruling that the state can ban the carrying of guns in schools, parks, and other places, and deny firearms to people whom local officials deem dangerous. So we have good, strict gun laws here in New York and New Jersey. So I don't know how the gun laws in your state are, in the state that you're in. Are they strict? But we haven't had no mass shooting here in New Jersey. Not one that I know of. Not one that I know of. No. But justice was served, man. Justice was served on that, man. I'll put the link in the chat if anybody want to come up and talk about this.
We do have breaking news. Jennifer Crumbley, the mother of the teenager who killed 4 students at an Oxford, Michigan high school in 2021, has been found guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Involuntary manslaughter.
That's for Simmons, Jean Casares, who's been tracking this case for months now. Jean, walk us through what we learned today.
Yep, she's going to go to prison.
The jury found Jennifer Crumbley guilty on all 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 1 count for every student that was murdered by her son, in November of 2021. Beyond a reasonable doubt, saying
Yep.
she was a grossly negligent parent,
Yep.
and or that she violated the legal duty in Michigan that a parent has to a child. And what this jury looked at were the months leading up to November 30th, 2021.
Yep.
She was exhibiting signs of mental instability, to say the least.
Yep.
Having hallucinations. He saw bowls flying off the shelves. His mother spent time away from the house. He was alone so much of the time. He never exhibited any signs of violence, however, during any of those months at all. But then we take us into Black Friday. The family already had 2 handguns, but Ethan had wanted a 9mm. He'd been asking his father for months. They had no idea what his journal had in his bedroom, that he was writing that he was planning to do a mass shooting at the school and he needed a 9mm. But his father went to the gun shop on November 30th, Black Friday. They saw one on sale. They got it. It was a cash deal. It was Ethan's money that he had earned for cocaine.
Yep. You didn't watch your son with the gun, man. You didn't watch your son with that gun, man. Not at all.
I looked at my notes and I listened to a call on Monday when Ethan was researching bullets. It was the day before the mass shooting. The teacher called Jennifer Crumbley that night, and she very nicely says he should not research bullets at school. Ethan told me he went target practicing over the weekend at the gun range, and I understand families have a sport of shooting, but just to remind you, best not to look at bullets. So they had been given that notice that there was access.
Oh, Lord.
Nonetheless, the defendant today was Jennifer Crumbley, and she now will have sentencing in April. There is 2 years on each count of involuntary manslaughter. Although the judge rested on the decision, it is believed that it will be concurrent sentences. That would be 15 years, and she has been in lockup 3 hours a day for 2 years.
Yep.
All right, let's bring in Laura Coates now. Just a stunning verdict here.
Yep. She's going to jail.
For this to be
She's going to prison for the rest of her life.
Shakes us, because this is a new era, perhaps. If this is going to be a standard, this is something that is going to be considered in so many other cases when it comes to the culpability, not just of a shooter, but of the people around them.
Not just the parents likely at some point either. It could be those around him who were aware of red flags and stopped acting or did not do enough to prevent that which later occurred.
Yep, she's going to prison, folks.
That will now be created. I think there was probably a strategy behind the scenes as well here.
And the one thing as a defense attorney when you walk away from a case is dealing directly that conflict with this client. And I am comfortable saying that I believe Sharon Smith is going to sleep tonight knowing that she did all she could.
After the time or the other to
Yeah.
see anything against the gun, would that be enough? Would you appeal to the parents on the jury and suggest, look, I'm just like every other parent, I missed some things, I don't know about all the other things, or would the fact that you
Yep, she's going to go to prison for the rest of her life.
Throughout every household in the country, and I feel it's necessary, and I'm happy with the verdict, even though it's still a sad situation to be in.
Well, I'll be back later, folks. I'll see y'all in a minute.
It's got to stop. Everything that's